Here I am thinking about it again. Whatever. It's just words, eh? Stuff's really going on out there, and people figure out stuff as they figure it out. I just happen to be a guy that got to figure out certain aspects, at least, and it needs to be presented to the world, at least to British Columbia, Canada. But I've been telling you right now, it's going to be the world. And yeah, stuff's not adding up. And how I can start explaining that is start doing bear counts, start doing rodent, other kinds of rodent, like raccoons don't just live in our city, they live on the outskirts of our city. Start doing those counts, and you're going to start realizing that there's no rodents out there. And these creatures are moving into our areas and eating up the ones that are around here. They're not just some kind of vegetarian out there, because now that I think about it, yeah, the cornfields and the berry fields and stuff, but out there where I've been in the forest, I haven't been able to see where they're actually eating the forest. And then this cutting technique that I know about for cutting down trees and stuff, and there's no visible tool coming available, and there's a science behind how it could be a fingernail, there's a science behind how it could be a claw, how it could be maybe a retractable style claw. So I just look at the science and how I understand it. I look at the evidence that I'm coming across, and it's all that it is you guys aren't seeing it, like you intelligent people out there. So I only go on the bandwagon of being crazy continuously for a while. Like this thing, like I've had other things in my past where people really want to just challenge me on the way I think and stuff, and it's like, fuck off, it's my life. Like, if I want to do this, then it's my life, you know. If other people want to come along, then they do. If they don't, they don't. Shit like that. And that's the way that this is. But when people start to go to a spot, sorry, I'm kind of worked up. I had a bit of a text or phone conversation a little bit ago, and I guess I'm just worked up because I'm seeing more understanding there from other people's points of views. But I just think, is my history really that fucked up? I know people out there where I could put a team together right now. They're all killers. And they'll know who I'm talking about when they see this. They're specialists. They're awesome. They would be just an unbelievable team, but they would want to be armed, and they, you know, they know too much about the skill of, and we can't put that impression across that we're hunting them. We can't give them that impression yet. Because we might not have to hunt them. We might not have to hunt them. I'm pointing out things that are adding up weird. But my statistics can be off easily. I know they're living right here in my town. Right here in my town. Right over there. I could, for the connection of that, I could throw, back in my day, to whatever rock I would choose or type of a ball I would choose, I could throw it twice. Give it some rolling and bouncing, and it would be on that connection of that property there. That's how close they are, and I'm sitting in my Tim Hortons parking lot waiting to go in and eat. I'm on my last dimes, and I've borrowed already and everything like that too, and I'm on my last dimes because of my beliefs. Because I'm trying to get information to say to you guys, like that gorilla one, man, is on a riverside. It's not, there's, you know, it's far away from the trees and stuff where they, no problem, come along and walked and hang out there and probably crashed there, and maybe were there last night and so on and so forth, right? So, and here I am on the, like, I got a jerry can in the back of my truck, and because my gas meter's gauge is broken, and it's going to be, so when it goes empty, then that's when I get to fill up, and then whatever I'll have for my money left over from dinner tonight will be going into the gas tank, and I'm on zero, I believe. I might have $5 or something, $5 or something in the bank, but I'm not bitching about it. It's just life, and that's part of the thing that I wanted to say at the very beginning. Like, to have this information on your own, believing that you may have it on your own, or one of the very fucking few. Like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Am I on some kind of a trip? You know, cannabis doesn't do this to people, man. Trust me. Almost feel like a Jesus in a way. Not to say that in any way could I be comparison to a person like that. I am saying that he was blessed with a bunch of abundant information. And I kind of feel like I'm the first YouTuber doing it. Putting this style of information out there. Like, everybody else is kind of looking at tree bends and all that kind of shit, eh? I got the tree bends all figured out. I know why they're doing all that kind of stuff. You guys aren't realizing to the extent they're harvesting trees and foresting. And, well, I don't know about your areas, though. I don't know if there's different species that are coming into understanding here. Because one of the thoughts I've come across is, well, maybe this is a Bigfoot species. And it's the lowlands, and then we have the paddy style or the highlands. But I'm almost starting to think, like, how much business I see going on. It doesn't seem to be history of business, but they are cleanup crew people too, right? I can see some history, but I sure don't see a fuck of a lot, man. I don't see a hell of a lot in our town's area. So go with that. But we can't trust me on being the person who has figured this stuff out, gotten some clues to this point. That my clues lead us to, we have some time to do some major research over the next year on these guys. Because as soon as we start to research them, because I'll be able to tell them this, understanding with their activity, they'll be able to start a research program from there. If they see them going forward on that, then we know something. But if they research and then just start to research all and get all into the deep-rooted understanding of these creatures, and never are coming forward on that enclosed feeling, understanding, then that means I'm wrong, or they're just that comfortable. They're like a baboon. They're similar like a baboon, where a baboon lives in the city limits. They might doing that, but they be doing that. So we got to be careful on how we're going to close in that relationship, especially if they were that much crazier and bigger of an animal. Because baboons, would have been wilder at a time, and they became however you want to call that, closer to the humans like that, and now they're a huge pest. And yeah, they've been maybe that pest for decades and stuff, but with the great Hindu people way back 2,000 years ago be saying that they were that much of a pest, So look into those times and stuff. So yeah, we're up against something huge here that's a species of the bipedal, five-toed. The foot has 2 brake systems in it, not one like ours, a big brake in wherever ours is. They got a 2 brake system in this foot. They got a 5-toed. I'm pretty sure it's 5-toed. I can't even be 100% on that, but I'm pretty